here she comes, the highwaywoman. She comes with music for your soul, and then moves along. She moves along.
This is Bridget London, if you're just joining us on the Highwaywoman radio show. And right now I have with me on the phone my good friend, Mr. Peewee Moore, who we're going to be talking with about his new album, Making Sure the Story's Being Told, and seeing what he's up to. Hey, Peewee, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Bridget. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I haven't seen you for a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think our paths haven't crossed in a little bit. We've both been running different directions.
That's right. That's right. Now, you've been on the road pretty much steady for the last several years, really. So you've got this new album out. Where did you record this new album, Peewee?
I recorded at EAR Studios in Austin. It was a lot of fun working with James Stevens out there. He really knows what he's doing. He's got a nice studio.
Very cool. Well, the new album is really fantastic. I've been listening to it all morning and really excited to have new music from you. I like your other album as well. It's really cool to see you making new music and getting it out there. And, you know, you're one of the hardest working honky-tonk bands around.
Yeah. It feels like it sometimes.
Well, tell me what you've been up to lately, and then we'll preview some music from the new record. So what's going on with you right now? Are you in the middle of being on the road or getting ready to go back, or what's happening?
We're taking the time off just because I have been hitting it so hard for the last 5 years, and actually it's almost 6 years now. But yeah, I'm taking a little time off, just sit around trying to write some new songs and get ready for a new record and get rested up for 2013 because it's going to be a pretty big year for us. So, and we're getting ready to head back out in April, and we'll be running all over the country again this year, and just doing some of the same stops and a lot of new ones. I've taken on a new booking agent, so she's got us lined up pretty well.
That's great. Great to hear. Well, let's play the title track from your brand new album, Making Sure the Story's Being Told. That pretty much sums it all up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade them for tomorrow if the opportunity came today. I spent all of my life running down a dream down this old road. I took good and bad advice, then wrote the outcome down in these old songs. I've flown higher than a kite, only to find that I was sinking like a stone. And Lord, I paid a pretty price, just making sure the story's being told.
All right, that was Peewee Moore with the title track to his brand new CD, Making Sure the Story's Being Told. So let's talk with some folks who maybe don't know what some of, you can obviously tell from listening to your music, which is, why we're so excited about the new Ameripolitan movement, because basically they're saying you can hear the roots in the music that, your old school honky tonk. And who are some of you think the biggest influences that have been on your own music, Peewee?
Oh, yeah, definitely Waylon Jennings. He's always been a huge, idol of mine. So I just, it comes through a lot. Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Johnny Paycheck. I'm a big fan of Dale Watson too. I've always enjoyed what he does, and I think he's probably got the best real country band out there. It's really cool to see that he's doing the whole Ameripolitan thing and trying to actually put us all together with some like-minded artists that are out there promoting the same kind of thing.
Absolutely. It's pretty exciting, all the stuff got going on for it, and I think it's really cool. The Ameripolitan Awards, I can see you easily, nabbing one of those, Peewee.
That'd that'd be pretty great.
Be about time, right? To get something for our kind of music going. And this album again is it. I just want to tell folks I love your first album too that I had, but this one is just really, really great. I love every track on it, and you kind of touch on some different things in here. One of my favorite tracks on it is American Life. You want to talk a little bit about this song?
Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote it several years ago, and just it's kind of a little maybe an insight of what's going on. It seems to be in our country these days. It's a little more dark subject than I really touch on usually, but it's all serious.
Right. It's a great track. How about we play it for everybody, Peewee?
Absolutely.
All right. This is Peewee Moore, folks, with American Life from his new album, Making Sure the Story's Being Told.
In a brand new bottle of Mad Dog Double 20. No thanks, friend, we carefully declined. And on the way back home, you could hear the siren scream as the boulevard turned to suicide. It ain't nothing new for me to see. The prophet turned and said to me, it's just a day in an American life.
And that was American Life from my friend Mr. Peewee Moore, who is our special guest here on the Highwaywoman radio show this week. Really great album. We're playing cuts from it and catching up with Peewee now. You've been spending some time back in Chattanooga. That's kind of where you cut your teeth, isn't it? With Roger Allen Wade, right?
Yeah, it is. And I've seen Roger a few times since I've been out here and got to pick with him a few times, and it's cool to see him, and then all my friends and people that I grew up with, and family too, that I really haven't had a lot of time to spend, in the last few years, just all the craziness of running around the country. But it's kind of nice to have taken the time off, but I think I'm about ready to get back out on the highway.
Did you grow up in Chattanooga, Peewee, around that area, right?
Yeah, I did. I was born and raised in Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, which is just right across the Tennessee border with Chattanooga. Mm-hmm. I pretty much stayed here until I moved to Austin. I'd been touring, several years before I moved out to Texas. But yeah, I kind of definitely never really lived outside of 30 miles of the area.
And we were happy to have you around the Austin area, even though you were on the road most of the time.
Yeah, I did. I definitely enjoy Austin, Texas. It's a place like no other, and I'll be back out there before too long, I'm sure. After I get this year's tour out from underneath me, I think I'll be heading back out that way.
If you get a free Thursday, you'll have to come pick with me in the Lukenbach Picker Circle sometime.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'd love to. I love Lukenbach.
I miss hanging out with you and playing some songs, and we've done some fun shows together. Actually, in Lukenbach, the Outlaw Afternoons, those were cool, and you always have such a great band, too. No matter who you got with you always got great players. When you're touring now, if people come out to see you on the road, is this acoustic or full band, or how are you doing things these days? It's expensive with the band, but,
It is, but, when I'm out on the road, I take a band with me. It's always the three-piece honky tonk trio. We always do the electric thing, and it seems to work out pretty good that way. I love playing acoustic shows, but I don't know. It just seems the energy is way higher with the rest of the band.
Well, I love watching you with the band, and let's play a fun track off of the new record that kind of shows a band off a little bit too. How about Cotton Pickin' Woman?
All right.
Here's Peewee Moore, folks, from his brand new album, Making Sure the Story's Being Told, with Cotton Pickin' Woman.
When we both just end up too tired to leave a mark, and we'll only make up, baby, and we'll leave our blues behind. Yeah, maybe that's the reason that we do this all the time. Ain't no cotton picking woman in this world that makes me feel the way you do.
that was Cotton Pickin' Woman from Peewee Moore, our special guest here on the Highwaywoman radio show. This is Bridget London. If you're just joining us, we're catching up with Peewee. He's getting ready to head back out on the road here soon. He's out in Tennessee right now and going to be coming back Texas way soon, we hope. And what kind of things have you got in store? Got any big festivals, or what areas are you going to be heading to for our listeners?
Well, I'll pretty much be running just about all over the country, and even taking on some new states. Like, I've never played in Michigan before. We're going to be up in Michigan and Vermont, upstate New York, and pretty much everywhere else in between.
Dang.
We've been covering pretty much all the whole lower 48 for a while, but I haven't really been up in the New England area, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting up to Vermont and maybe even going on up even further north. So festival-wise, we'll be doing a little thing they do out in Winston-Salem called Heavy Rebel Weekend, and it's just kind of a greaser fest. There's a lot of honky-tonkers and rockabilly types there, and a big car show that they do. And I think it's like, 80 bands in 3 days or something like that. But it's kind of a big deal. And then we'll be hitting up Sturgis again, which is, this will be our 6th year in Sturgis for the motorcycle rally, and it's just always crazy, you know.
Yeah.
you hear a lot of things about it, and they're pretty much all true.
That's right.
After Sturgis, we'll be making our way back down towards Tennessee to do the Muddy Roots Festival for our second row.
Oh, great. And when's the Muddy Roots Festival, Peewee?
It's Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend. All right.
Yeah, I think it's the last weekend in August and first one in September. So, and it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and just a heck of a time. I had a ball there last year, and just got to play and listen to some of my heroes, like Ralph Stanley was there, and just Bill Walker was there last year, and he's going to be there this year too. But they've got Red Simpson this year. I guess they brought him back out of retirement or something, and I'm looking forward to hearing some trucking songs.
That is so cool. That's a really great thing they've got going with the Muddy Roots, and you've had a lot of great experiences over the last year. What do you think maybe has kind of been the highlight for you? Some things that have happened since you've been touring and making records and meeting all these new folks.
I tell you, I 2 years ago I got to play with Chris Christopherson, and that was probably one of the biggest things I've ever done. That was definitely a highlight for me, because I've always been such a fan of his songwriting and his music. So I'm still kind of blown away by it.
That's amazing. Where was that at, Peewee?
It was at the Johnny Cash Music Festival in Ventura, California. Pretty big festival they do, and I think it was the 3rd annual, and I was one of 9 bands, and Chris was one of them, and the Blasters and Lee Rocker from the Stray Cats, and just it was a cool deal to be part of that, and such a short lineup. That's
amazing. Love that. And if you're going to be seeing Roger anytime soon, make sure you tell him I said hi. That's Roger Allen Wade, friend of ours in Chattanooga, before you head out on the road. And now, if people want to get in touch with your schedule, they can go to your website, right, Peewee?
Yes, they can. It's peeweemore.com. And we keep it pretty up to date, and it's just there'll be new dates added, all the time. So they're always coming in.
And that's Peewee Moore, MOORE.com, and you're on Facebook and all the Twitter, social media, all that good stuff, right?
Oh yeah. Facebook, the fan pages, facebook.com/honkytonker@large.
That's right. You are. So did you say you're already working on another new album? Even though you just got this one out. That's cool. What, are you writing a lot?
Yeah, I definitely have been. I've been taking advantage of the time off and just, putting some new songs together and maybe even tweaking some old ones. And I've got enough material for it, but I want to write a few more and try to pick and choose what goes on it. So probably be recording that toward the end of the year after touring settles down a little bit too.
Well, great. We want to tell folks to keep an eye out on the road for you and to get a copy of your new album, which is available at all digital retailers, right?
Yes.
Anything else you want to share with us you got going on or coming up you'd like to share with the listeners?
I just, keep supporting independent honky-tonk and outlaw country, and there's a lot of us out here now that there's a movement going on, and we all need your support. So that's what the Highwaywoman radio show and the whole Ameripolitan movement and all that stuff. People can find a lot of music that is similar that they would enjoy. So just, for everybody out there, just keep checking.
That's right.
Keep listening and keep looking for new stuff.
That's right. That's right. How about we go on out of here, which is what I think is your theme song, Keep Moving On.
All right.
This is from Peewee Moore's new album. Thank you so much, Peewee, and I miss you and hope to see you soon. Want to tell folks your new album is just wonderful. Love it, man. Really do.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me and everything else you've always done.
Peewee Moore, folks, with Keep Moving On.
I always keep moving on. Well, I buried my heart and wounded knee, left my family and friends back in Tennessee. I was born with hotline fever and I can't stay put for long. I always keep moving on.
Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Bridget London, and this has been the Highwaywoman Radio Show.
Now there she goes, the highwaywoman, and she's brought music to your soul and moves along. She moves along.